Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Tia Moore here with NextView podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I have a very special guest in the studio with me today. His name is Jermaine LaFate, and Jermaine is going to talk to us about a lot of things, but one of the biggest things he's going to talk to us about is his transition from moving from the East Coast and how he chose Arizona as his place for he and his family to grow and to, it's weird watching myself on the screen, watching and how they grew. So as you guys, before I introduce Jermaine and let him tell you guys a little bit about himself, one of the things we love to do is the rapid fire questions. So what I want you to do, if you're watching, as I ask Jermaine the questions, I want you to type in the comments what your first response is. So not Jermaine's response, but your response. So before we do that though, how are you today, Jermaine?
I'm awesome. I'm glad to be here. Help you and kind of, let people know my experience and, just let people know that it's okay. You can move from the East Coast somewhere else completely and just got to trust yourself,
There you go. And so tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Like what brought you here to do the podcast today?
Well, so a little bit about myself. I've been in Arizona now for 4 years. Mm-hmm. I'm a project manager working in IT. As far as coming to the podcast today, Tia has been my real estate agent and helped me buy a beautiful home, my first house. Mm-hmm. And it was just a great opportunity for me to be able to talk about that experience and also help a good friend out too, because not only has she been a good business partner, but also been a good friend to us too.
Thank you. That's really nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've enjoyed getting to know you guys. I think you're good people. And I think when you meet good people, you have to stay in contact with them, stay connected.
Most definitely.
So thank goodness I meet good people all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about your transition. We'll talk about what's happening new in your life because you have a lot of new changes.
Yes.
And so, but we'll go through and we'll do the rapid fire questions. We have some people watching. So you guys, like I said before, if you missed it, we're going to ask Jermaine some really rapid fire questions to find out who he is, but it's really light. It's not heavy at all.
I'm nobody.
So as I'm asking Jermaine questions, you guys play along, answer along, put it in the comments, and let's see where everybody's at. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
You nervous?
No.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I'm an all-day person.
All-day person?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to pick one. If you had to pick one, which one?
I would say a morning person.
Okay. I like the daytime too.
Yeah, my wife knows that I wake up at like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
There you go.
When I used to play football, I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So my biological clock is like, at 5 o'clock, wake up.
There you go.
Immediately. So I can definitely, and I don't drink coffee. So I can just go to work immediately and just.
Do people look at you like you're crazy because you don't drink coffee? I know. I'm a 4:30 riser. And I don't drink coffee. Although I've been waking up at like 2 lately. I don't know. I can't sleep for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I just go off of, energy.
Pure energy.
Pure energy.
That's good. That means you're not doing people wrong, so you can sleep.
That's good, yeah. Definitely.
And you can get up.
Yep.
All right, so morning person. What's your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? It's funny because I was just thinking about this the other day. I like O's. I don't know a lot of people who know O's.
O's?
So O's are the ones that got like the graham cracker in the middle type taste to it. It's like
interesting.
O's.
I don't know what that is. I've never had those. Wait, is it sugary or is it more like
it's
Raisin
sweet.
Bran?
It's no. It's not like Raisin Bran or like none of those. Like it's definitely a sugary cereal. I like that, but for those who like know other cereals, it's like Captain Crunch. On that.
So the person who came up with that question was Fabi on my team, and she was like, if he says Raisin Bran, I don't trust him.
No, well, it's funny because as I got older, right, like regular Cheerios taste good to me. So I don't know if it was
agree with you, actually.
I don't know if when it happened. I guess it's one of those things of being adulting or whatever case may be. Like regular Cheerios.
It's our taste buds.
For me.
We don't like it as much sweet.
Yeah.
But on any given day, you're just like, okay, I can go for a Captain Crunch, a bowl of Captain Crunch.
So that's one of the pastimes. We'll go to the grocery store and buy, like, if there's a new cereal that we want to try, buy and surprise each other.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. What would you say, Chips Ahoy or Oreos?
Oreos.
Oreos.
America's favorite cookie.
Okay, this question is from Mallory. She said, since you came from the East Coast to the West Coast, she said, Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie. But I love Tupac's philosophy, and you know, I like the All Eyes on Me movie, but like when it comes to East Coast swag, you know, it's Biggie.
It's
Biggie.
Baby. That I agree with you. So vanilla or chocolate? Ice cream.
You know what? It's interesting. When I was younger, I used to be a chocolate, but like chocolate's too rich to me now. So I like vanilla ice cream because you can put like anything on it, like, you know, fudge or you know, candy pieces, whatever case.
I'm with you. Yeah. Have you been to Baked Bear?
No.
So that's like the ice cream shop. They have one in Tempe off a Mill.
Oh, check it out.
And I guess I'm giving them a shout out.
Anyway,
they have ice cream sandwiches, right? You can do like chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies, brownies. So let's say you want an ice cream sandwich and you want a chocolate chip cookie and a brownie, and then you put vanilla ice cream in the middle, and you can put any toppings. They actually have all other ice creams too, but I always get vanilla for some reason.
Is that keto friendly? I don't know.
You aren't keto too?
Well, I dabbled
in
it a little bit, so I don't.
You can't dabble in keto. You either keto.
You're either committed or you're not. Well, I was supposed to be, but you know.
So no.
Then you start, you know, bringing up Big Bear and whatever, and then like,
well, your baby shower food was not keto friendly.
That's very true. I didn't eat that much at the baby shower. I was trying to entertain and do different stuff.
There you go. You're entertaining.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know.
PC or Mac, Mr. IT?
You know, everyone probably would say Mac. I don't own a Mac, and I've been doing PC all my life.
Okay.
I'm going to say Mac because I hear great things about it.
Let me just say.
As far as like not crashing and all this other type of stuff.
It took me forever. So I've been PC forever, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do Mac. No, I don't want to be Mac. About 5 months ago, I switched, and it's been like the best thing in the world. Like I turn on my computer and boom, I can use it in 30 seconds. Whereas my PC is like booting, loading all the security stuff, and it's just moving really slow. But I love it.
I have a lot of friends who do like music, producing, photography, and they swear by it. So you know, they wouldn't use a PC, and like it's very portable, and like, you know, it's connected to everything. And
it's a win.
Some people are just Apple fans in general, you know what I mean? And there's like an Apple cult.
Yeah,
now I do have a Galaxy phone. So
I was going to ask you.
I do.
Yep.
But you know, I don't get that's East Coast West Coast beef. You know what I mean? Like I don't get involved in all that.
The media did that.
Yeah, it was funny because back in the day I used to like have a BlackBerry, and I swore by my BlackBerry.
I loved my BlackBerry.
Yeah.
BBM.
Yeah. What? BBM Messenger was the first messenger. I was like,
It was like what today's Facebook Messenger.
That's true. But it's funny because like I had the BlackBerry as it was phasing out, and I'm sharing my pen with people, and like, yeah, buddy, we don't have a you need to go to iPhone. So I had the iTouch for some time, and I had all my music on there.
Oh, the iPod.
Yeah, well, it was an iPod. It was an iPod, but it's like the non-phone version of. So it was basically the
iPod Touch.
Yeah, iPod Touch.
You're really not Apple.
Yeah, I'm not an Apple person. No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go with Mac. So you're gonna go to a Mac soon, I guess, eventually.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know.
If you could teleport anywhere, where would you go?
Good question. I need to go to Egypt. Hieroglyphics, Ramsey, sun god, all that type of stuff. I'm into like ancient Egypt, you know, civilization and all of the Pythagorean's theorem and all this other type of stuff that I learned in school about Egypt. Is like it's one place I think I want to visit.
And you haven't been there
Pyramids.
yet?
No, haven't been there yet.
Wow, because you've been so many places.
Yes, I've been to South Africa.
Okay.
And that's where I really wanted to go for the honeymoon, but we just chose South Africa.
Gotcha.
And you know, like looked at some Nelson Mandela related stuff,
Got it.
Which was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
My cousin Treese, if you're watching, hi.
Hi, Treese.
She went to Egypt by herself.
Oh wow.
I was very impressed with that. Like she was like, I'm just going to Egypt. She did camping. She did have a very embarrassing moment that happened to her, but I won't talk about it on camera. But she went to Egypt and she just had a great time. And I think that was probably, I'm speaking for her, but I think that was probably one of the most, I don't know. It was probably one of the best times of her life. Yeah, she loved it. And she went by herself.
Nice.
And I actually can see why she'd go by herself.
Nice.
So yeah. So anyway, good place.
Mm.
I want to go to Egypt too. That'll be my next trip when I go to Africa. So I'm going to Africa soon.
Yes, I do know that.
I'm going to.
So you're going to be going to Egypt? Or no?
Meaning after this one.
Okay.
I want to.
All right.
I really do.
Okay.
So yeah, very cool.
Cool. Maybe we could coordinate a trip or something like that.
Group trip for sure.
I'm with that.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you would teleport to.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite TV show right now?
Favorite TV show? Atlanta. Yes. I love Atlanta.
Atlanta is so funny.
Atlanta is my.
Did you watch this last season already?
Yeah.
Robin season.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes, I love that. So that's one show I have to watch every time it comes on.
Mm-hmm.
American Horror Story is another one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, so what was your favorite season on that?
So I'm starting to think.
Twice.
I'm starting to think like this is my favorite season because
really
it took all the seasons and put them all together and like tied them together and.
See, I'm kind of behind on this season.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit behind. I've watched like 4 episodes. It wouldn't spoil.
Right.
You can tell me everything that'll happen in the movie, and I'll still go see it. It won't bother me.
You got to binge watch it. I'm dope.
Yeah. I saw a few episodes, and I was like, I'm so confused. I need to just watch it because I tend to listen to TV more than I watch it.
So basically, when you're asleep and then the TV's on.
No, I don't go to sleep.
Okay.
No, I turn the TV off before I go to bed.
Okay.
Like I'm real ritualistic about my sleep.
Yeah,
but no, I just usually I'll have like the laptop or I'll be reading a book. I'm weird. So read a book
watches
and watch
you.
TV.
That's my dad
Yeah, but
used to
I
say.
hear it. It's like I hear what's going on, and if something interests me, then I'll look up and I'm like, what?
Yep.
But so far, my favorite season has been The Cult.
Yeah.
I liked that season. I liked that season because I felt like it was real.
This is the one that was similar to what's that movie that came out? I can't think of it, but it's like where everybody's like
The Purge.
Yes.
I didn't think
That's
it was
how
like
I
The
felt
Purge.
like it was.
I felt like it was like right now, like very politically driven, and people were on edge all the time, and then they just happened to take it to the Purge level.
Right. It's great acting in there.
I agree.
Acting.
I agree.
So,
It's a good series.
Yep.
Who produced this season? Do you know?
I'm not Sarah Paulson, is that a
I don't know
producer
because
too?
Angela Bassett produces some of those seasons too.
Okay.
I know. It's crazy,
She
right?
was in this one too. Like she had a brief stint in this
did
last
she?
one. Yes.
Okay.
In this last one because of the Coven. She was in that.
Oh, that's right.
So it brought it back.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch it because usually they do like every other season's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
So I was a little worried about this one. So
I like
I'm
that
gonna
they
have to
use the
watch it.
same actor to do different roles and shows like how broad their acting
agree.
skills are
Yes.
to learn these different personalities and stuff like that.
I like that. That's probably my favorite thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. See, I love that. American Horror Story and Atlanta.
Yes.
Both of my favorites. I like Insecure right now too.
Insecure, and I like what is it? Shameless. I like Shameless too.
I haven't seen Shameless. Everybody tells me about it, but
Shameless
I haven't
is
seen.
good, but it's one of those things that you kind of it's like a cult following type of thing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Somebody mentioned something. I don't know. Anyway, so would you say cold weather or warm weather? What's your favorite? What do you prefer?
Warm weather.
Warm weather.
Warm weather.
Hence the reason you are here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 60 today.
Yeah. So it's funny too, and I know we may talk about it, but as far as like my jokes to the East Coast,
Yeah,
and I'm all listen. I love you guys, but it's warm over here when it's cold over there.
It is.
And that's just the reality. So if I decide to hop in the pool or something like that, it so happens to be snowing over there. I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm just trying to let you know this is how things kind of work over here. You know what I mean?
It's another option available to you.
Just saying. I mean,
Well, the funny thing about that, so yesterday I had on a jacket, and today I have on open-toe shoes. Like I had on jacket and boots, and today I have on
very bipolar.
So it's like 65-ish today, I think is the high.
It's bipolar weather, yeah.
But I feel like winter's over already. Like I feel like we're going to be warm now. Usually we go to January, and then it starts to warm back up.
Yep.
But I think we're done.
Yeah, I mean, 70 in December, come on.
It's a
you know
win.
what I mean? Like, that's a win.
It's a win.
Palm trees, that's a win.
It's a win. I know. You don't decorate your snow-filled tree. You decorate your palm tree.
Exactly.
I love it. It was
Exactly.
weird at first. I won't lie.
Yeah. Well,
Seeing it.
When they put lights on the palm trees for Christmas, that's nice too. It's a nice touch.
I like them.
Yeah.
Have you been over to the Princess Resort? Because they have like
the
a
Princess?
ice. Yeah.
No, I haven't.
They
I
have an
watched some
ice
of them.
skating rink over there right now.
Oh, nice.
And all kinds. But anyway, their decorations are
I need to check that
really
out.
nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I'll probably post a picture or something like that. Troll someone.
So this question, you have to pick one.
Okay. Here it comes.
The Dallas Cowboys or the Giants?
I have to pick one?
Yep.
Yeah, come on.
I made sure they were NFC. I made sure because I knew you.
Do the Giants play the Cowboys again this year? I think they do. They need to win that game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Giants. I am a Eagles fan to the core. So I don't know where this question came from.
I just wanted to get you on recording, calling out another team other than the Eagles.
All I said was the Giants need to win.
I said which one? Cowboys or Giants? We can cut that soundbite out.
I hate both teams. Hate is a strong word, but I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and they know I hate them, and they hate me too because I'm such an Eagles fan.
That's hilarious.
That's cool.
I just wanted to tease you. Have you seen that Eagles commercial with the guy on the elevator?
Yeah, championship, Super Bowl champs.
I just saw that today. I was laughing so hard.
If there's two things I troll on the internet with,
Eagles and
weather. Those are the two things big things that I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna stick it to whoever.
That's funny.
When it comes to that, yeah.
That's it for the lightning round. That was easy.
Very easy.
Other than the Giants and Cowboys question.
I don't like how you put that question in there. Like,
I felt like it was a good transition.
That's cool.
We can talk about like where you're from, why you like the Eagles, like what took you to that place. Mm-hmm. Just playing. I don't have a preferred football team, but
you can be an Eagles fan.
Okay.
That's cool.
So
you got room.
I don't know. I like football, but I don't watch it like when I was younger. My whole family, they're all Pittsburgh Steelers fans, except for my grandfather, who is a Browns fan, and my uncle Samuel. If he's not accidentally going Facebook Live in his pocket, he likes the Cleveland Browns too. So I know it's
Uncle
rough.
Samuel, man, I know, man. It's tough out there for the Browns, but they're
Hey, at least he's loyal.
Yeah, most definitely. If someone says they're a Cleveland Browns fan, there's loyalty there.
Yes.
Those are the kind of people you need in your life.
Yes.
Loyal people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So tell us where you're from originally.
Yeah. I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware, the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. Mm-hmm. And I grew up there all the way up until I went to college at Virginia State University.
Okay.
Which is HBCU.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Trojans. Played football there.
Football. What was your position?
I was offensive guard and tackle.
Okay.
But I finished off as an offensive tackle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as far as like just growing up in Wilmington, Delaware, city life, and believe it or not, and a lot of people don't know about Delaware, but it's like has a high black population, like people of color, and
it's really close to Philly.
It's close to Philly, which is part of the reason I became an Eagles fan. But the way that the houses are set up, they're like townhouses. Okay. So, or row houses. Yep. That's what I meant to say. Yep. So I clearly remember when I was younger, like running in and out of alleys and just playing in that area because that was
high density housing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if the neighbors had rats and roaches, they're coming over to you.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, my parents definitely did a great job, of kind of keeping me balanced in the neighborhood that was kind of tough.
Mm-hmm. And your mom is here.
Yes, my mom is outside. I told her not to sit in here because she would probably make faces at some of the stuff that I say. Okay. You know what I mean? She's probably like, oh, whatever. Oh, don't say that. My mother's from Jamaica. Okay. So part of my early childhood was half in Jamaica, half in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay. Bob Marley was from Jamaica and worked in Wilmington, Delaware too. Little known fact.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think he worked for like Chrysler or something like that.
Wow, good to know.
But just being able to see both sides of that, right? I saw like the city life, but then I also had like country experience. It was like farms and chicken, and I had a goat. That was funny.
You had a pet goat.
Yeah, I had a pet goat. So it's interesting because when I was younger, I saw animals as pets and not food. Yeah. That changed pretty quickly when I didn't realize my pet goat wasn't there anymore, and then we were having something for dinner.
So he wasn't your pet?
No, it clearly wasn't my pet. We were having something for dinner one day, and it was like, there goes Billy over there.
Oh, my gosh.
With some, roast.
So wait, you didn't know until after you ate Billy?
No, I didn't know. Didn't know. So,
Okay, well, there goes your pet goat.
There goes Billy.
So you grew up partly in Jamaica, partly in Wilmington, Delaware, and so you got the experience both lives, and your parents, you said they did a great job. They're very supportive. Okay, very cool.
Focused on education, big time.
What made you choose Virginia?
So it was interesting. I was playing high school football, and one of the things I wanted to make sure is that my parents didn't have to pay for school for me. You know, we weren't poor, but we definitely weren't like rich.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that through my own efforts, I could, you know, help out the best I can, because college is expensive.
It
you
is.
know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So I got a couple recruiters, and then Virginia State University, I went to a recruiting trip, and some of the guys that I met there, I'm still friends with them today.
Wow.
But just the brotherhood that they embraced me with, and just like I went to a Q Cabaret when I was young. I wasn't even supposed to be there.
So for people that don't know what a Q Cabaret is, explain that to
Q
them.
Cabaret, Mega Sci-Fi,
Yep.
Paternity, they host like some like gala event, and
Yep.
people dress up. You know, and you know, Sunday's best,
Greek
I guess.
life.
Right, exactly. I'm not Greek, but major shout out to all the Divine Nine and everything. But
Yep.
went to the Q Cabaret, and I didn't even know when I went on the recruiting trip that they were having this Q Cabaret. So I had no clothes for it, right? So the guys that I'm telling you about, like I can name some of the drops just in case. Keon Brown, Kyle Jackson, Paul Adams.
Okay.
These three guys found a way to kind of get me pants, shirt, shoes. I'm like, I can't not go to Virginia State University now after they did all that for me. So, you know, I said, Virginia State University, it seems like home. These guys are going to be the guys that I play football with, and like,
that's awesome.
Have my back. So that's kind of what made me make the decision to go to Virginia State.
That's
and
really
it was
cool.
One of the best decisions I could have ever made.
That's awesome.
You know?
So you got a scholarship?
Yep, got a scholarship to play football.
And learn, of course.
Yep, yes. Football number 2.
2. There you go.
Number 1, really.
For sure.
No, well.
Education, for sure.
Education, yeah. So on top of that, because I had done well in school too, and a good education, I had Pell Grants and other things that were able to help me out. So the goal for me in education was just to get as much money as I could to help my parents pay for college, so they don't have to worry about that. And then the rest is student loans. So I don't think my parents had to pay a dime.
That's awesome.
You know, for me having to go to college, which was my goal.
Yep.
You know,
and you accomplished it.
Yep. And I'm almost paid off my student loans. So Sally Mae.
Bye.
It was nice, you know, while we had it, but
that's right.
I got to leave you soon.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what's your degree field?
Mass communications.
Okay.
That's why I love the fact that we're having a conversation.
I know. So
I haven't been like in front of a mic doing like this type of stuff for years.
That's crazy.
It's like
it's good.
It's like a secret passion of mine to kind of get back into communications.
I have a feeling it's not that secret too.
It's a secret passion, like.
So okay. So when I first started thinking of this podcast, you guys, one of the first 2 people that I talked to about it was Jermaine and Nikki, your wife.
Yeah.
So Nikki first, and then I talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said to her, I definitely want to have Jermaine on because it seems like he really likes communicating, because I can tell through your Facebook.
Yeah.
You are you're very thoughtful in how you communicate things. You're very aware that you're not just talking to one person, and you're also aware that you want people to think outside the box and be critical thinkers and not be sheep, pretty much.
Yeah, drones.
Because it's...
They call it programming for a reason.
For sure. And so I noticed that. So if I notice that, I'm assuming there's at least one other person as smart as me. No, I'm just kidding. Now, if I notice that, I'm sure other people, and I think you surround yourself with a lot of intelligent people, so I'm assuming people can figure that out. So that's why I say it's not a secret.
Yes.
So I was like, I want to have Jermaine on. But I was like, well, the time that we record, and I know you work during the day, I wasn't sure if we could make it happen. So I'm happy that we were able to make it happen.
Yes,
so.
most definitely. So, I mean, just communications in general has been, my passion.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote poetry in the past, which I won't share here. I used to.
That was my next question.
So it's funny because I used to, and my mom will attest to this. I used to have a lyric book, and I used to write rhymes.
Okay.
Like, I thought I was about to be a rapper for real. No, not really, but just like I was probably going to be on some Mos Def type Quali or Common with a little bit of Biggie and some other thugs type stuff before trap was out. So I really thought that's what I wanted to do. and it just wasn't. It wasn't just that, but I liked R&B, and I used to want to write for R&B and different stuff. So
songwriting.
I wanted to write songs.
I would have never guessed songwriting.
Yeah, I used to want to write songs too.
So do you still write songs?
No.
Okay.
No, I stopped writing, and that's kind of a knock on me because it was like one of the passions. Like, I could definitely see myself writing a book at some point.
Okay. We share that.
But I don't know what the topic would be. But like, I could spend my mom when I was younger in high school. They didn't have to like make sure I did my homework, especially when it came to writing. I would stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning and write papers.
Because you're passionate about it.
Because, and then I used to get hyped about what I write too, so I read it over, kind of vain a little bit, like, yo, that was dope. I just said it. That was dope. So that's, when you have that kind of passion, whereas my mother is an artist and she is painting. She's a folk artist.
Yeah.
Can I plug?
I was going to say, please plug
www.lafategallery.com. That is my mother's website. Go see
I'll put it in the comments, too.
Yes.
www.lafategallery.com.
Shout out to Lance if you're watching. Lance helped, Lance Bradford helped kind of get the website revamped because for 17 years or so, maybe 17, it was the same like old archaic website, and we just revamped it.
That's awesome.
Picked it back up, and now it's like bright colors and showcases my mother's ability. But what I was saying is that where my mom is an artist, putting paint on blank canvas from her mind, I'm a similar way when it comes to having a piece of paper and putting words on paper.
Very cool.
I see it in my mind first, and that's where it all comes from. Like, even the things I put on Facebook are like, I see it. Like, what is this going to do? What kind of impact is it going to make? I want to make people laugh. I want to make people think.
Yeah.
And so it's all.
You're thoughtful about it.
Yeah, I'm very thoughtful. Yeah. Like, there's a method to my madness.
So one of the things and I probably caught on to it because for me, words are really important. Like, words are really important. I mean, I know people say actions are important, but I think when people tell me something, I will remember what they tell me more than I remember a conversation before I remember their name. I mean, I don't mean to sound sound rude when I say that, but if you tell me something and you communicate it in a clear way, I'm going to have an emotional experience from it, and so that's what's going to help me remember you more than just, hey, I'm Jermaine, kind of thing. So I don't know. So when people communicate in a way that's really deliberate, I pay attention to that. But that's because so I don't know, Stacy's watching. She knows I can be, when I choose to be, a wordsmith. I like to write. I do write. I make up songs. I make up music. I write poetry. Nobody knows this. I don't tell it. I don't even tell anybody about it.
Everyone knows it now.
But I have journal after journal after journal after journal, and every once in a while I'll go back and look, and I'm like, when did I start writing this? And I'm like, okay, 1999, 1998, and I'll just go through things. So
I mean, and this is going to sound vain too, but there's a lot of things that I've posted recently that I said in 2012 and 2013. So I'm like, I go back and like, wow, I was thinking like this when I was 26, 25. Yeah.
That's because, especially with technology, the faster technology moves, the slower our brain, I don't know if this is scientific, but this is how I feel. The slower our brains move. And so when you see people moving really fast, it's really important to slow down and really assess what's happening.
True.
And I think that's what you're doing. And that's why you were able to see something probably 5 years ago that you're now seeing come to fruition today. Like, for example, like when we had the real estate market crash back in 2000, well, it started in 2006, but it really imploded in 2008, 2009. I noticed it way back then. I was like, I don't think this is a good thing that's happening. And I told people, and they were like, no, you're crazy, dude. Buy this. And I was like, I'm going to tap out right now.
Right, exactly. You feel it, right?
You just have a feeling.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll go back. So we were talking about your, I won't get off on the real estate tangent. So,
so effortless for you.
It is very effortless. Sorry, I do this all day long with real estate. That's why I'm here, so we can talk about something else.
True.
So okay, going back to you being at Virginia State, is that where you and Nikki met?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No, so she went to Norfolk State. She's a little bit older than me. I won't say ages, but the way that we met was a mutual friend, family member, Philadelphia. we had there was this party and an interaction. She said that she was from Norfolk State and I was from Virginia State. And I started talking trash to her because we're rivals. And I was like, yeah, I used to come to your stadium and beat your team and take your grass. So I was talking trash to her a little bit. So we, kind of connected off of that and then met up a little bit more as time went on. And, just the rest is history.
That's awesome.
I mean? Yep.
So you guys, Nikki is his wife, is Jermaine's wife, and she's awesome. You guys just had a celebration in your family. You had a new addition.
Yep. New girl, me too. So when I first moved to Arizona, I had hair. When
I met you, I think
yes,
you had hair.
I had hair.
Yeah.
I had my daughter. I went bald.
Okay.
Cut my hair bald. Now I'm already prepared for it, so I'm good. I can't, you can't go any further than bald.
No, you
I'm
can't.
Rock this style until I decide to get some Rogaine or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what'll happen when they get older and then they start dating and stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wear a wig.
Cut an ear off? What you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. I better
not see you out here lace front.
Well, listen, Steve Harvey, give me a call. I might need you, buddy. But no, as far as that's concerned, just having the second daughter, it just kind of rewinding time for me a little bit when I when I had Niala. Well, I didn't have her, but when we had Niala,
when she was born.
Just looking at Niala now and how big she is compared to this little one that we have now, it's like, wow, when did you get this big? And having two kids is a little different. You know what I mean? Like the first kid was like, feeding and I can stay up at night. When one wakes up and the other one wakes up, oh gosh, it's ready to go. So
what do we do?
It's different, and I'm learning, and it's just a good experience for me because it just kind of puts things in perspective. Like I have two daughters now that I have to make sure that are protected and value themselves, and kind of put them in a good position in life, and give them all the things that they need to know about men.
Yep.
And just make sure that they have a good path, good foundation, good spirituality, that type of stuff.
That's awesome.
So it's a really good time, for us right now, just to kind of reflect and realize, what we're taking on with these two, and I'm going to continue to try to be the best person I can be in their life. So
I love it. Plan, You're on paternity leave right now?
Yes, I am.
A lot of people don't know this.
Shout out to my job.
Yes.
Paternity, they gave me a month.
They gave you a month?
Like 4 weeks.
A lot of times, a lot of companies only give you like 1 or 2 weeks.
Yep, exactly. It's bonding time with the kids.
I love it. That's
bonding
good.
Time with the children.
That's good.
Which is really helpful,
for the kids, for you and your wife.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, my daughter doesn't do that much right now. I mean, she's in sleep. Well, second daughter.
Yeah.
Rather.
Right.
She's in, sleep, eat, and, get a pamper change mode. But, but, I mean, when she's up, I think she has my eyes, too, which I'm very, very scared about.
Yeah.
I think, that's...
Well, but Niala, you thought Niala did, too,
when
she was born.
Yeah, but this one's a little different. Like,
okay.
I'm starting to, shine the light a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm about to lock you in the closet somewhere.
No.
You
gotta trust that everything you teach her is gonna be.
And this is what I hear.
It will be.
This is what I hear. I'm just gonna have to let go. I'm not ready yet, though.
It ain't time. You don't have to be ready right now.
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah, not ready.
So when I met you guys, you had no children.
That's true.
Niala was in the oven.
Yes.
For lack of a better term.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. So we met because you guys were interested in purchasing your first home. Yeah. Actually, no, we're skipping past the whole part.
I got to tell you,
we're skipping past all.
Let's talk about the dynamic of even getting to Arizona.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Woo.
So what happened that brought you to Arizona?
Would you believe that if I told you that I follow my dreams and that's why I'm here?
I would.
So. And this in a literal sense. So my wife and I got married in 2012 October.
Okay.
And South Africa, I told you, was a honeymoon. And in 2013,
your mom said you guys are great parents and she loves her precious granddaughter.
Thank you, Mom. She's out there.
She's commenting all the way. I missed a couple of hers.
That's nice.
I apologize, Mrs. LaFate.
But what was interesting is that in 2013, I was like, I don't know how to top for our anniversary. Yeah. I don't know how to top South Africa. What am I going to do? Yeah. So I literally had a dream that I saw the Grand Canyon with Nikki, and we said, well, where's the Grand? Oh, I thought the Grand Canyon was like Denver or whatever, and I'm like, it's Arizona. Okay, let's go to Arizona. So we booked a flight, went out to Arizona. This was during the government shutdown, though. So in 2013, so all the government parks shut down. So we said, okay, well, instead of going there, we'll just go to Scottsdale. So we went to this hotel called like the Fire Sky, and I think this was October. So the fact that it was hot, but it was bearable. It was like, wait a minute, like it's 100. What?
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm wearing jeans and everything, and I'm like, it's not unbearable.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's good. So we just had a good time, and I was able to find an Eagles bar. So, I mean, this is big for me.
Where's the Eagles bar at?
It's the Rock Bar in Scottsdale.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to see the game. But we went out to like a Sunday Fun Day thing, and I started realizing that everybody that was from Arizona was transplants.
Yes.
So I'm asking, like, are you from? No, I'm not from here. Came from here, came from there. So I started realizing there's a lot of people that just moved from somewhere else and just came out here. So that was just a good experience for me. And, I said, oh, Arizona was like, this might be another destination I'd like to come to in the future, Lo and behold, my wife goes home and is like, I can see myself living there. And then she started watching.
Ooh, when she gets ideas.
Listen, when she got home, she was watching Fox 10 Phoenix in Wilmington, Delaware. So her mind was already in Phoenix. Now, I'm still in my job, and, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Phoenix is a pipe dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we went back out again, I think for her mother's birthday.
Okay.
And she loved it, too. So Mama Donna loved it. She came out and just like, oh, wow, this is so nice. And I think we went to Sedona.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you've never been to Sedona, take that drive.
Go to Sedona. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. And drive when it's like sunset, turn into night. I've never seen a shooting star more than being out here. I find myself looking at the stars a lot out here.
Well, you live close to the mountains too,
yes.
So you have a view like a lot of people don't get to experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you're right at the base of South Mountain.
Right. So going more into the story. Again, I'm still working. I'm full-fledged in my job, and this is me. I transitioned from sales into IT.
Okay.
Around that time, so I was just learning how to become like a business system analyst, and just get my foot in the door. And we went out a couple more times, and I think it was like another time, and then Nikki was like, "We're moving." And I'm like, well, I still got the job here. Yeah. I'm like, well, you need to start looking for jobs somewhere else. I'm like, okay, well. Now, let me tell you how this is where it ties into, like, how I'm so home-based in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
Family, friends. And I'm talking about people that you grew up with from 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yep. And high school friends that
Yeah.
And we all lived in Wilmington, Delaware, and my thoughts were like, oh, I'm going to have kids, and
they're going to play with their kids.
They're going to play with their kids and barbecues and all this other type of stuff. And the thought of moving that far away like frightened me. Like, it was really scary for me.
Yeah.
How am I going to see my friends, and how are they going to live without me?
How dare they?
How dare
consider
they?
It?
No,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but in the same breath, it's just it was just a lot. It was just a lot to take in.
She said we tricked him with October weather.
Yeah, exactly. Can't shovel sunshine. That's what I learned out here. You know what I mean? So, it was still around 2014, going into 2015, I believe. Nikki found a job. So she was really looking for work, and I'm like, okay, well, we may move. I don't know. You know what I mean? Well, so many chain of events happened between 2014 to 2015 that just aligned it perfectly for us to kind of come. So, but it was a lot of like tough stuff too.
Yeah.
Capital One started laying off, and I had the decision of whether I was going to go shift from a business analyst into a project manager.
Okay.
And I didn't have project manager experience, but I did have the certifications for
Okay.
it. So I said, should I take this as a sign when they issued paper layoffs. Should I take this as a sign that I can go in and get work somewhere else, or should I just try to stay here? And the severance package was good, so I said I'm gonna bet on myself, and somebody's gonna hire me.
There you go.
I have good experience now, and communicate well. Just put me in front of somebody, and I can sell myself.
Right.
I had sales experience in the back pocket, so
I got it.
It's like, universe, whatever you want me to do, I'm just going to do it, right? So we ended up moving to Arizona. Also, my father passed away. And that was a big part of me not wanting to move. Yeah. Originally, because my parents are a little bit older, and I was like, what if, they need me in whatever case. And so my biggest fear came to me. Was when my father's passing, what I mean? Yeah. So it was tough, and I was like, should I stay? I still got my mom, still there, and we still made the decision to kind of press forward to move out. Thank God my mother had a great support system. Yeah. And after my father's passing, which she talks about a lot, from grief to growth, she opened up her art gallery. Wow. Which is. It's very, very inspiring to me, because when I was younger, her art gallery was our house. Wow. She had paintings all over the walls, and my dad was like, why don't you get your own space? Why don't you get your own? I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'll just keep the art here. Whatever. Yeah. And after he passed, it's kind of like, hey, Jermaine, I know you want to go here, so here's your opportunity. Wow. Hey, Eunice, my mother, I know you want to open up your art gallery. Boom. There's an opportunity. Wow. So it just aligned well. The severance money that I used partially was used to kind of move my stuff out, cars and pods and expenses. Yeah. And then we moved out here. Okay. For about a month, I couldn't find a job. Okay. And I started to get kind of downtrodden a little bit, am I going to be okay out here? Because I'm the provider type. That's my mentality. It's I don't want my wife to worry about anything financial because I got it. You know what I mean? Yep. So to be humbled like that for that month was kind of what I needed to kind of take a step back. Okay. And just really get a visualization of what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. So we were staying with her mother for about 6 months. Okay. And around the fourth or fifth month, that's when Nikki found you. Yes. Right, which was great.
So can I just say, so one of the things I really, 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 really like about Nikki is that I know when she's made up her mind, she's already there. Yeah. She already sees past what the little part that she's even shared.
I try to slow her down. That's my job.
You do, but it's a good. I think you guys fit really well together because of that. She's she sees it. You have to catch up, but she's at your push, right? But I like that about her, and she's just so driven, and she does her research. I know she researched the heck out of me, I'm assuming. And I don't know. I really like that, and I can respect that about a person. So I like it. Shout out to Nikki. I'm sure she's watching or will watch soon.
Yeah, she definitely. I'm probably getting home getting some rest right now.
So good. She deserves it.
Yeah. But let's talk about, the introduction, right? Yes. So we meet Tia.
Yes, we meet. We meet. You come to my office. Yep. It was late because you guys came after work. Yes. And Nikki was 6 or 7 months pregnant at the time. I think 6 months pregnant. Yep. So she was hungry. So it was okay, hurry up and finish this so we can go eat. But we went through the buyer consultation, found out exactly what you wanted to do in a house. You had an idea in mind, right? Yep. Tell us about your idea for what you wanted in a house and how you wanted to get it versus where we ended.
Right. Okay. So for those who know me, I don't like to spend money that much, right? So I have a mentality when it comes to finances and handling finances that I always want to put myself in a position where I can over afford something.
Yes, which is good.
And I also wanted to be in a position where one income could handle it.
Which is another good thing.
And that was kind of what my target was when I was looking for a home is, can I put myself in a position where, I'm living modestly, I can bank the rest of the money, but I don't have to have so much going towards the mortgage.
Right. You don't want to be house poor.
Right. I don't want to be house poor. Like I've seen and heard so many different stories about it. So counting, you can call me cheap or prudent or whatever the case may be.
Let's say sensible.
Yes, that's
practical.
We'll go with practicality. So that's kind of where my mentality was in buying a house. It's like I need to make sure that I don't put us in a situation where if something happens to jobs or something like that, we don't have the income to or the ability to pull from to kind of get us get us going.
Yep.
So that's what I kind of brought to the table.
Yep.
And I was like lowballing, super duper lowballing.
You guys, so low. I remember Nikki's face like, what? And I was like, we'll find something.
I was super, because I was like, this was my first house.
Yes.
And I said, well, this won't be like my forever home.
Yeah.
So I might as well just get something. I don't look at houses like, oh, look at my mansion.
Right.
Look at how, I don't look at houses that way. Houses are
shelter.
They're shelter, and they're also like, they call it real estate, right?
Yeah.
It's something that is supposed to be able to be collateral for you at some point.
An investment.
It's an investment, right? So I don't know what that's why it's interesting, because every time we've gone to like these house showings and you see like the house is already furnished and looks like you could just live in it. Well, when you get a bare home.
Totally different.
It's totally different where you have to do the furnishing yourself and everything like that. It's totally different. So
you have to think about that.
So I was not fooled by the setup of homes that I didn't own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a kind of big part for me to look at what's practical. I knew I wanted to have children, so I wanted to have I was like 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. So that's where we were looking at first. So based off of what the real estate options were out here, we couldn't find anything in that bracket for me. So prices started to go up, and I'm like, okay.
And we were in multiple offer situations, so things were going fast.
Yep.
Or you're competing with multiple offers.
You remember the first offer we had, and it was like in that cul-de-sac area, like.
Was it Cornerstone? Was that the first offer we made?
The
one where they accepted the offer?
No, they didn't accept it. They were like, I told them, I came back and said, we'll take this, like the refrigerator or something like that. And they were like, well, we're just going to kill the offer.
I do remember that.
I'm good. I got it.
I remember
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yes,
so you don't have to worry about, like, I could have easily, but like.
That was a good thing, though.
Right. But he wanted to play hardball, you know what I mean? But needless to say, when we started looking for more houses, I started to like expand what
your criteria.
My criteria was, because it started to be, all right, Arizona is a growing market. I don't think too many people know this, but like I think Arizona is the youngest state in America, or one of the youngest states in America.
Yeah, it's the 48th state.
Yep.
So yeah.
One of the youngest states in America. Not only that, but I think 200-some thousand people move a year.
Yep. So it's growing.
Right, it's growing.
Yeah.
200-some thousand people are moving from all over. A lot are moving from California, but you're starting to see a lot of people from the East Coast, and this is why we're having the conversation today, right? Because when I moved out here, I felt like it was just me, but now there's like 4 or 5 people from Delaware that I know personally.
Yeah. And you introduced me to 3 of them.
Right. two people, or 2 or 3 people from Virginia State University.
Oh, wow.
And maybe more than that. So it was just good to be able to see that, there are other people who are in my circles that were moving out.
Yeah.
But going back to the home buying process, just as it expanded, I started to look a little bit more about what I wanted. So I started to say, all right, well, it's going to be hot. I need a pool.
Yep.
Right? So, and this is funny because like you joke with me about these pools, that you see in other places, other houses.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, he would like this too, because when
I only tag you because I know that you had a growing family.
Yes,
That's all.
Yeah, but I mean, Arizona's big on pools.
Yes.
So like if you can afford it, you get one
for sure.
But when I saw the house that we're currently living in right now, and it had the pool and other amenities and whatever, location and how close it was to the city and a highway and stuff like that, I was like, okay, this
airport.
This may be the one. So the home buying process made very, very easy for us.
Thank you.
Like, very, very easy. Just walking us through, making sure we're okay. It helped that I had background in banking, right? Because we were having conversations that you knew exactly, where my head was at. And, shout out to Capital One for kind of giving me the background and stuff like that, and for mortgage sales and understand the market. So when we bought the home, it was great. It was one of my biggest achievements.
Your mom said art is also a great investment. It always appreciates.
Oh, she's going to plug. She is going to plug.
I'm not mad at that.
Eunice LaFate, www.lafategallery.com. I'll throw it out there again.
There you go.
Because a lot of her work is in my home too.
Yeah.
So it was good to be able to, get a house and put my mom's work in it.
Okay.
That's like surreal to me because, growing up, that's what I saw.
That's what you saw. So now you can give that to your children.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we have like 5 minutes left. So
wow.
I know it went fast. I know. So let's talk about really fast home ownership. Would you do it again? First of all,
most definitely.
Okay. So tell us what benefits you see in owning a home.
Yeah.
Other than what you basically named it out when you said an investment, but where do you see that going? Yeah,
I mean, so at some point my kids are going to be going to school, college, and college is expensive, and we may not always need the amount of space that we currently have right now. So to be able to either take home equity out or to refinance, to be able to put them through school was a very big thing for me. But it's the ability to be able to buy a home low and refinance high, taking advantage of these 200,000. You got to think about it. If 200,000 people are moving here on a yearly basis, they got to live somewhere,
Absolutely.
Right? And that means that the amount of homes, that they're building all over the place, right?
Absolutely.
But you got to slow them down because if people are continuing moving and people living on top of each other, they don't want that. So property values go up because of that. They're trying to slow people down.
Especially when you're close where you are. You're centralized. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's a good position to be in where you can say, all right, based off of the area that I live in, based off of what I'm seeing the potential and growth is, I can buy something now that is going to appreciate. You're not going to just have 300,000 or 500,000 fall from the sky.
Right.
You got to be able to put your money in and invest in various places to be able to get that return on investment.
Absolutely.
So that's why a big reason for home ownership is ROI.
So you guys think about this. So I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't think I'll live in Arizona forever, so I'm just going to rent. Or I don't know if I am or not, so I'm going to rent. Or I'm going to rent. Or I'm going to rent. It's always the backup, or it's always the end point. They use that to just cut off the conversation. The truth of the matter is you still are paying to live somewhere.
Right.
So you can always sell real estate, even if you may only live in Arizona for 3 years. Well, if you don't want to sell it, you can still use it as a rental. Like Jermaine said, these people have to live somewhere as they're relocating and coming in. So you can use it as a rental. As you go on to your next place, you can sell it and you can use it equity to buy a home in the next place that you live or the next state that you live. There's so many options that you can take advantage of through home ownership that you won't have as a rental. When you're paying rent, you're just throwing your money away. Your landlord is taking that equity and they're buying another property. Yeah. Or 3 or 4, or they're sending their kids to college.
Yeah, so. I mean, the big thing too is I think a lot of people are used to, someone else handling everything for them. So there's a fear associated with, well, I don't have like a rental office that can come fix this toilet when it's broke. Well, you put me on to
handyman.
Warranty.
Oh, home warranty.
Right? Home warranty, where you can call in, $65, they come out, they take care of your problem, whatever, and you have home warranty. So that's similar to the rental office. I mean, it's all baked into your rent, but still, for your mortgage, for having a home, it's a small fee for like great convenience. And you can do whatever you want to do for the most part.
It's your house.
It's your house.
You can have any type of pets. There's no pet restrictions. There are some HOA restrictions if you're in a homeowners association, but we can talk about that. When you call me, then talk about your options of buying a house. Right?
And your mortgage isn't going to go up. Now your taxes may go up.
May go up.
But your mortgage
if you get a fixed mortgage.
If you got a fixed mortgage,
right. Yep.
People get adjustables now still.
Yeah, they do. Actually. Yeah. Well, not right. They shouldn't right now, right, with rates going up.
Well, it's interesting. Like I said, I sold mortgages too, so like you could do it if you thought that I want to be in a renting situation, and then only want it for 5 years. If you want to, 5-1, 7-1, 10, whatever, you could. But I don't suggest it. You
guys were out of time. Thank you for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Sponsor?
I'm gonna get them. I'm not. Cool. I'm not forgetting. Right. I appreciate you coming for sure. So you guys, for you guys that have tuned in, we really appreciated your attention today. We want to give a special shout out to our sponsors that help us make the podcast possible. These are people that I work with all the time. I know they do good work and I stand by it. And that's the reason why I asked them to partner with me on the podcast. So a special shout out to the Oliver Whalen team. Justin and Ryan, they are available for your home purchases or for your refinance needs. If you reach out to them, use one of the phone numbers that's on the screen or shoot them an email. They'll be happy to get in contact with you. Platinum Home Warranty. Reach out to Yvonne Hunter with Platinum Home Warranty. It's Christmas time. Good time to get a home warranty for a gift for somebody.
Use Platinum too.
You use Platinum too?
I think so.
Sweet. So they have a good service. Even if you own a rental property, you can put a home warranty on your rental property. And guess what? You don't have to take those calls at 3 a.m. because they have the home warranty's contact information. Just pay the $65 service charge. And we also have Jeremy Eaton with Security Title. Security Title will handle your closing, escrow. They'll make sure that you have clear title so that you can actually purchase a home that's not going to have an IRS lien on it next week.
Right.
Our preferred loan officer is Elva Palmer. We love her. And as usual, my name is Tia Moore. I am the owner of the NextView Home Professionals. We have a great team. We have agents on our team that are bilingual, so she speaks English and Spanish. And we also have our listing agents, our buyer specialists. We can help you with all of your home purchasing needs. Even if you guys just have a question and you want to explore what it looks like to purchase a home, just give us a call. We're not going to try to force you into purchasing something you don't want to, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that if you do purchase a home, that you're happy there. We don't want you to have any ill or unhappy feelings toward us at the end. And that's how we become friends, right?
She'll take care of you.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for your time. And again, Jermaine, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I hope I can come on again at some point.
Come on again. Yeah. You could be my co-host.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I got you another job.
Get back into it,
All right, you guys, have a great week. See you soon.
Thanks, everybody.